Alright, everybody, so we are live for tornado coverage as a severe weather event is expected to go through the region right now. Just gotta get this thing ready. 1 second, everyone. Alright, everybody, so we are live for tornado coverage as a severe weather event is expected to go through the region right now. Just gotta get this thing ready. 1 second. We are live. Oh, crap. Not done. We are live for tornado coverage as a tornado warning is in effect in South Alabama, period. Jesus, I did not mean to do that. I gotta delete it, and I gotta copy the full text and then delete it because I did not delete, and then this, and then go to here, share, copy. Okay. Alright, we're good now. What's up, Gary, and hello, Liam. Friends of the Weather Watcher, that is cool. Alright, so we are going to get into coverage here, as we do have a potential big-time water spout. I'm not even gonna lie, we probably do. This is probably what we are forecasting right now is a big-time water spout. As this is a very dangerous storm right now going through Foley, Alabama at the moment. And man, this thing is strong. If you're in Foley, Alabama, you need to be taking shelter immediately as you are under a radar indicated tornado warning, meaning there's potential for a tornado form, but it might not be on the ground yet. And this thing is completely taking a turn. You know how this thing was heading straight towards Foley? Well, there might be a little bit of rotation right here, but we might be seeing a new rotation couplet starting to form. I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing a new rotation couplet form right here. And we still have this rotation right here, but it's kind of starting to weaken a bit. I mean, this thing was extremely strong earlier. Look at that. That was definitely a very strong water spout. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a very strong water spout on the ground there earlier. But luckily, it has started to weaken now, and the hook has started to weaken a bit as it's becoming a little bit outflow boundary, outflow dominant now. And the rain is kind of taking it over, but there still is potential for this thing to reform a new hook right over here, and maybe this thing could form a new tornado warning and head down towards the Gulf Shores region. So we could see a new tornado threat start storming down on these little areas near Gulf Shores in Alabama here, which is not good. Definitely not good for sure. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for 0.75-inch hail, which is just very small hail, probably some nickel-sized hail or something, and 60 miles an hour winds for Fairhope and Summerdale and Foley right now. Take shelter now if you're in Foley, as you are in a tornado warning for this area of rotation right there. As we do have a rotation couple heading towards Foley, but we also have this new area of rotation producing a potential water spout. So if you're on the water right now in Mobile Bay, you do need to get out of there. If you're boating out or just anything like that in general, you do need to get out of there immediately and do whatever you can to get to shore, because there is multiple special marine warnings, meaning a water spout is possible. And I'm 100% sure this thing is probably producing a water spout. I mean, that was extreme. That's really strong rotation right there. It's definitely producing a water spout. I mean, yeah, 100% a water spout in Mobile Bay right now. It was really extremely strong earlier, but then it kind of became outflow bounded. Yeah, booing during a water spout must be scary. Yep. I definitely agree with that. But now, it was really strong earlier, but I wouldn't be surprised if this water spout lifts soon, but it's still probably on the ground right now. We still probably have the water spout on the ground. As you can see, this definite velocity signature right here. No CC because it's on water. But if this thing starts to re-strengthen again and produce a new hook, it could it is heading down south. This is kind of the direction the motion it goes. So it's probably going to head south mostly, and in that area where there's a ton of people living at, but places where people could be on vacation at. So this thing is kind of moving towards the west of Gulf Shores, Alabama. If you've ever been to Gulf Shores, that's where it is heading near. So that is definitely not a good sign at the moment, everyone. Now, we still have this tornado warning still in effect for Foley, as we still do have this area of rotation. I wouldn't be surprised if they cut out a new warning box area for this. Yeah, it still is there. Definitely still see that rotation, and still rotation right here. It's not extremely strong, but it's definitely there. Indeed, this is a pretty strong storm itself. I'm not even gonna lie. And there's a big special weather station. This thing goes all the way towards Theodore and Grand Bay. This is a just big storm in general. Probably producing some very heavy rainfall with this. Yeah, it's moving slowly, and it's not really moving too slow, but it's kind of training over the same area. See how the rain keeps pushing towards, like, places like Point Clear, Foley, and Fairhope? The rain keeps pushing towards there, so they keep getting hit by the very heavy rain. That's what's causing a flood warning in effect right now. This is between 1 and 4 inches of rain falling, an additional rain or so. So if you're in Grand Bay, Tillman's Corner, Bayou, La Batre, Fairhope, Summerdale, and Foley right now in Alabama, then you're under a big time flash flood warning. So this is not a good thing. You're in a big time flash flood warning, and you do need to be keeping your eye out on that at the moment, guys. And anywhere in that flash flood warning, if you see flooding, if you're driving and you see flooding, turn around and don't drown when encountering flooded roads. So I just generally wouldn't be out driving in general in the flood warning. It's just a ton of rain being traded, especially over Foley right here. This is a big hot spot right now, as it's there's rain just constantly going over that same area over and over again. Wow, that is yeah, that is a lot. See if I can find something. 1 second. I'm trying to find that thing. Okay, I think that's with the level 3 data. Hydrometer precipitation? No, that's not it. Precipitation. Storm total precip. Done. Whoa. Yeah. A lot of precipitation here. We're seeing, wow, this is that's a lot of precipitation. Jeez. Yeah. That's some heavy rainfall. Let's see if I can get the full thing. I don't know. So, there's people that do that. There's definitely people out there. Jay, you're talking about that one tropical storm? The Spanish guy. Try to help out the Spanish guy, guys. Because he's always in my streams. We do have a tropical depression right now, and it's called Tropical Depression 2, and it's forecast to go through the Western Antilles, and it could impact a little bit of Puerto Rico with that. Alright, guys, so my thing kind of crashed, but we're going to reload this for Radar Omega. So if anybody's watching, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you're well aware for future weather, and just to get this out to more and more people, make sure to like and subscribe. Do look back at the velocity here. It has significantly weakened down here. This water spout, it could still be on the ground. We could still be having a water spout. Just really affecting the fish right now. And then we do still have this rotation area, so be taking shelter still if you're in Bayside, Magnolia Springs. It's starting to tighten up a little bit more. It's weakening down here, but it's starting to tighten up a little bit more. I wouldn't even be surprised if they extended a new warning box for this region. So be weather aware if you're in Magnolia Springs, Bayside, all the way down towards Bon Secour and Oak, for this storm. Because, yeah, look, we're seeing a new hook form. This is what I meant. I meant the new possibility of down here, but this is not really forming anything. So just exit out of that region. Look straight right here. Straight right here, as you can see, there's a hook forming. And that's what's producing a little bit of tightening in this rotation couplet. And this is on land, by the way. That could produce a tornado in the future. I'm a little bit concerned about that. And man, just look at the storm in general. This is a massive, strong storm. This is the huge storm in general. And then, if you guys are wondering, we have a tropical development chance. It's a tropical wave. Tropical storm could form in the next few days. It's a medium chance, and this is a little bit to the north of where this storm is. But this storm's potential could produce a hurricane. It's not McDonald's Wi-Fi. I have really good Wi-Fi. It's WSV3, and that happens to everyone. I have a really good quality PC, but it's a new the new update for WSV3 that I just downloaded. It's still in like beta, and it's still being worked on, so it's gonna crash a lot. That's normal. This thing is supposed to become a hurricane, 80 miles an hour winds and 100 miles an hour gusts, and make landfall. Could make landfall in some of the Western Antilles Islands. Yeah, it's not good. Like near Fort de France and La Lorient. There's just some areas near the island, and maybe could bring some effects to Puerto Rico too in the future, guys. That's what we are talking about. Alright. Whoa, alright, dang. This thing's producing a little bit of tightening in its rotation couplet, is what I am definitely seeing. See this hook? And, yeah, this is a pretty significant hook. They need to extend a new little warning. And look, we're seeing two different hooks. This one down here, I am looking at this one too now. It's starting to form a hook a little bit too, right here. See that? See that right there? That's what we are seeing. I am seeing a hook down here. We could see a re-strengthen the rotation. It's extremely weak right now, but we could see a re-strengthen potential. Remember how strong that thing was over there? That was extremely strong. Wow. Wow, that was strong. And that thing was just still strengthening. It's over here now, and it's a lot weaker. But we're seeing a little bit of a new hook that could form some more rotation. Yeah, this could head towards Gasque, Palmetto Beach, Laguna Key, this small little area. And you're kind of close to Gulf Shores. Yeah, it's pretty significant, guys. Is there any tweets about this? Alright, new tornado warning has been issued by the National Weather Service. So if you guys do live in the north of Bon Secour and Oak, this is a warning box. If you do live in south central Baldwin County in southwestern Alabama, you need to be taking shelters. This is a storm that's nearly stationary. It's barely moving, and it has the potential to form a tornado. I guess the National Weather Service really saw the new, by the way, this down here is not really doing anything. This area down here, but they saw the new strengthening of this rotation couplet right in this region right here, and they saw that could start to do some strengthening with a hook forming. And yes, that's what it's doing. It's starting to form a rotation couplet. Right there is a little bit of a circulation box where those reds and greens are colliding together, forming that rotation area. And looks like this thing doesn't have anything on the ground. Remember, this can change in the future. So I am watching this. This is a big time hook echo starting to form. Let's try to get back on WC3. Yeah, definitely looking at this. Ooh, next scan. Kinda, I don't know. Now I'm seeing it's becoming more outflow dominant again. These storms are struggling to form much, dude. They're forming up some small hooks, trying to produce some tornadoes, and then they kind of try to combine together, like what's going on with this. Wow. That's forming some strong rotation right there. Wow. Yeah. So we're watching this rotation couplet right now, and this is definitely there, and we're watching this. Let's take shelter immediately here. This is a tornado warning in effect. Ooh, we might have a tornado on the ground. Velocity. Yep, we might have a tornado on the ground. Yeah, I'm out of tornado ground. It's not good. Posting a tweet on this. Yeah, it's on the ground. This is a damaging tornado. Yep, this thing is on the ground, everyone. Alright. If you do, wow, that's strong. That's tightening up. It's a confirmed tornado located near Magnolia Springs, or 6 miles southwest of Foley. This is near Magnolia Springs. You do need to be taking shelter immediately, as this is a tornado on the ground if you're in South Central Baldwin County. This rotation is really tightening up fast. This is something not good. It's something where persons need to be taking shelter immediately down there. Look at that rotation area. Look at that CC. This is a tornado on the ground. It's potentially decent tornado. This is already forming CC, meaning this is damaging stuff, this is hitting things. And this is heading straight for an area of houses on Magnolia Springs Highway and County Road 16. This is also heading straight for County Road 10, County Road, and County Road 16. This is heading towards the northern side of Bon Secour in a very small area, but it might not have a huge population, but this is not good. I mean, look at this. This might not have a huge population. It might not have a ton of little houses, but this is on the ground. So no matter how much the population is, this is something you still need to be taking shelter immediately. This is a significant rotation couplet, and this is producing some strong, really strong rotation right now. Take shelter immediately in the northern side of Bon Secour in Alabama, southern Alabama. If you do live in South Central Baldwin County, you do need to be taking shelter immediately in South Central Baldwin County in southern Alabama. This is a significant system right now. Tornado on the ground. Take shelter immediately, guys. This is now producing a little bit of a stronger CC drop right there, as you can see. You can see that CC, and it's producing a bigger one now. Rotation looks like it's weakening a bit, and it's shifting towards the south now. Ooh, it's heading towards Gulf Shores. It's kind of heading south. So Gulf Shores, if this thing really, this is that type of day where these storms just kind of form, then lift, then form a new tornado potentially. So be whether we're in Gulf Shores, this thing could just completely end off. But you might get a new tornado warning in Gulf Shores. This thing is completely shifting down south towards Gulf Shores. We had a little bit of a stronger couplet earlier, but we still do have, but yeah, it's a lot weaker now. The couplet just got a little bit weaker, but it's still decently tight. The outbound winds are a little bit stronger than the inbound winds, and we do definitely have this correlation coefficient drop right here, showing that there's a tornado on the ground, damaging homes, it could be damaging trees, damaging whatever. It's just barely even on land. This is almost on the shore. But this is still barely on land, and that's enough to be prompting me going live. Okay, guys, looks like the new scan shows a significant weakening. So we're looking at this thing is probably about to move barely onto the water a little bit. It's kind of heading down south, kind of heading towards Gulf Shores. This thing isn't even in the warning anymore. Yeah, this thing isn't even in the tornado warning anymore. A new tornado warning for Gulf Shores needs to be issued immediately. And we're seeing a re-strengthening now, guys. Re-strengthening in the rotation couplet. That's not good. That's significantly bad. Alright, everyone. Yeah, new tornado warning. Observed tornado. A tornado-producing storm was located over Bon Secure, 5 miles northwest of Gulf Shores. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground heading straight towards Gulf Shores, Alabama. This is a more populated region. So if you are in Gulf Shores, Alabama, you do need to be taking shelter immediately, as we have a tornado on the ground in Gulf Shores, in the middle of Gulf Shores right now. Gulf Shores, Alabama, you do need to be taking shelter immediately. Alright, guys, we still have this rotation couple. It's not extremely strong, but it is still there, and we still do have a CC drop. This is still a CC. You can still definitely see that. Yeah, take shelter immediately now in Gulf Shores. This is a confirmed observed tornado, tornado-producing storm. Hang straight for Gulf Shores, guys. Take shelter now if you're in Gulf Shores. This is a direct path towards Gulf Shores. It is significantly weakening the rotation. I'm definitely seeing a weakening. It was weakening, and then it was like weakening, you know, and then it started to re-strengthen a little bit, and kind of, it was really tight right there, and now it's starting to get a little bit more broad again. But this could do a re-strengthening. It's the type of the day where this is the type of day where this has been doing this a lot, and I don't even know why. It just has. Thanks for 6 viewers, everybody. It means a lot. Yeah, but take shelter now if you're in Gulf Shores. Anyone on vacation in Gulf Shores, Alabama, you have to get to your shelter immediately. I'm sorry. Jay, you're kind of spamming me. I gotta put you in timeout. You're, like, absolutely just spamming my chat, and I can't let that happen. Alright. Take shelter now if you're in Gulf Shores still. Still have this tornado on the ground, everyone. Not good. Persons in Gulf Shores need to be taking shelter immediately. Take shelter now in Gulf Shores, guys. Not good. Still seeing this rotation right here. It's starting to weaken a little bit more. We could have just had a lift. I'm not even surprised. We might have just had a lift. This thing might have just lifted. Still needs to be taking shelter now in Gulf Shores, but this thing potentially, it's weakening significantly now. As look at it, it's becoming outflow dominant. It's doing the outflow dominant thing again, and the rotation, the range is fully taking over the rotation now, and it's trying to form a new rotation couplet in the middle of Gulf Shores. So I think our tornado just now lifted, and now we're seeing a new rotation couplet. So still be taking shelter immediately right now in Gulf Shores, as we do have this tornado warning still in effect And this could potentially produce a tornado. Thanks for 10 viewers, everyone. This is live coverage.
Still
live coverage, everyone.
Be taking shelter immediately, right?
Alright, yeah. Just waiting for the new scan. Yeah, new scan, dude. This thing is weakening significantly. You're inside your basement. This is bad. Where are you from? I just want to make sure you're where you're from and you're in your basement. But, what's up? Power's out. That's not good. Well, at least you can check out my stream, dude. If you can't watch the news, at least you're watching my stream. Where are you from?
What's up? Power's out.
Oak? What do you mean by Oak? What do you mean by Oak? Just want to make sure where you're from. So I can try this with you. So I can make sure you're staying safe. But yeah, for you, if you're in that tornado warning, you do need to be taking shelter. As this is the observed tornado producing storm on the ground right now. You know what? It's not on the ground anymore. What am I saying? It says it's on the ground because it was, but now that full-on rotation couple's gone now. We're seeing, because it just got hugely outflow dominant, but now we're seeing a potential new spin-up, new little spin-up area down here, and we could be seeing a new rotation coupled right over Gulf Shores right now. So if you're in the middle of Gulf Shores, you do need to be in your safe spots now. I know a lot of Oak, Alabama. Okay, we'll check that out. I know a lot of people in Gulf Shores and those areas like that are staying somewhere, like they could be in a hotel. I don't see any place called Oak, Alabama. I just see down there. I don't see any Oak, Alabama place. Maybe I can search it up on Google. One sec. Oak, Alabama. You're not into consistent streams, but you are on streams. Baldwin County, Alabama is where Oak is. Wait. So, oh, yeah. Remain in your safe spot for a little bit longer. I can see that. You're Oak right here. Oak is right there. You're barely in it. I am seeing a small little area of rotation near Bon Secure right now. That's probably Secure, I meant. That's right next to where you're at. So just remain in your safe spot for like 5 more minutes or so. But it looks like this thing is starting to weaken a little bit. But there was a confirmed tornado really close to you there in Oak, Alabama. And not just that, you're getting some really heavy downpours, so you're probably in a flash flood warning. Yeah, you're in a flash flood warning for a lot of rain. 3 and 6 inches of rain have fell. 2 to 3 inches in 1 hour. You're in Oak, Alabama right there. 3 to 6 inches of rain have fell in your region. 3 to 6 inches. Wow. Yeah, and more's to come. You've been getting 3 to 6 inches of rain. You could see up to 8 inches. I wouldn't be surprised if they upgraded this thing to like 4 to 7 inches of rain, knowing that this thing is just constantly training. Look at this. This is a ton of rain, especially over Mobile Bay. Mon Lewis, look at this area. Just constant training over here. Constant training in Foley and Oak right now. I mean, dude, this thing, oh yeah, Mon Lewis has already seen about 6 inches, 7 inches in South Orchard. Bayside has seen about 7 inches, about, in the middle of Mobile Bay, 8 inches. And then down in Oak, down when you're at in Oak, about 5 inches of rain have fell where you're at. Yeah, it's not really supercell, but it is a dangerous storm. It's just massive, big time storm thing. It's kind of like a, But Inavar, you're probably seen 5 inches of rain so far, so make sure don't be driving out as it could be flooding near you. I do think you can probably get out of your safe spot right now, because it looks like the main part of the storm's kind of. You could see re-strengthening and rotations. It's possible in the future, but I'm seeing not really that much of that right now. But take shelter still in Gulf Shores, as we do still have an isolated area of rotation. It's not extremely strong, but it still is there. As you can do see a little bit of a hook echo right over Gulf Shores right now, kind of starting to move towards Romar Beach. So if you're in Romar Beach, you're not in the warning right now, but I would be taking shelter in your safe spot. Moment. Alright. Man, big time storms. Says big. So got this flash flood warning in effect. That's 3 to 6 inches of rain. Additional rain amounts of 2 to 4 are expected, or possible. I meant. That means we could see potential 5 to 10 inches occurred from this. 5 to 10 inches, guys. This is wow. This is very strong. And it's looking like Oak is just seeing a ton of rain now. There is an isolated region of rotation kind of close to you, so I would be still remaining in your safe spot, but you're looking fine right now. I'm mainly focused on your flash flooding risks, as it's, dude, this thing will not leave your area. It's just training storms. Thanks everybody for all the views. Make sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. That's funny. Plants don't need as much water. Yeah. Man, yeah, down there in Oak, not seeing anything huge. It's in a weakening trend right now. Yeah, this was the tornado in Baldwin County. This is crossing Magnolia Springs. It's hailing, wow. Oh yeah, a little area of hail I'm seeing near that, just small area. Yeah, this was a funnel. Possible tornado that crossed Magnolia Springs Highway earlier. This was about 15 minutes ago. This was probably near you, Navarre. Oh yeah, a little area of hail I'm seeing near that. Wow. I don't own this video, but I just wanted to mention this on my stream. They didn't say you couldn't use it, so. Yeah, I don't really have like a ton of viewers to where it really matters. This is another little potential touchdown. I was in Miramar Beach, so that was a different area. Wow. Alright. Back over to this. Man, Oak and Bon Secours. You probably can get out of your shelter now. They're actually, whoa, yeah, potentially. Gulf Shores is becoming a little bit less likely in your area. Kind of seeing a little bit just to the north. So actually, near Oak, still remain in your shelter a little bit. The warning near you expired, but I am seeing a little bit of this near Oak, so still remain in your safe spot. But yeah, look at this. Big time lightning, probably a ton of lightning, and just insane amount of rain is occurring right now from this thing. Near Oak, you've been seeing probably good almost 6 inches now. And it's just gonna keep dumping. It keeps going. It keeps moving. Keeps dumping rain. And it just keeps more plumes of rain keep forming, and it keeps just dumping. Just keeps dumping rain. This is what I see when I see a big time flash flooding threat. This is what you'd potentially see. Thanks to our 8 viewers at the moment. Been live for about 40 minutes. This is just dumping rain. Yeah, a lot of lightning. Looks like there's no more tornado warnings in effect. So you can get out of your safe spot now, Navarre. Yeah, well, Liam, I already have a ton of mods, and I don't really feel like modding anymore, people. There's just not really a need for it right now. I mean, earlier I used to get a lot more viewers. I'm not getting as much viewers in my streams right now since I haven't been live in so long. Like, I used to be live a ton, like, and then now I'm doing a lot more live streams, but, you know what I mean, so. Sirens are going off. Thanks a new sub, everyone. Yeah, ton of lightning right now. Ton of lightning. Look at this rain. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing more and more rain. Thanks to 10 viewers, everyone. Thanks for 544 subs. I'm gonna change this since there's not a lot of stuff. School looks like it may get slammed with more rain. Potential, definitely potential. But the thing is just, I mean, dude, I'm surprised on this, Gary. This thing is just training so much rain onto Foley and Gulf Shores and, like, Bayside, Alabama ports, all the way over towards Mon Lewis and South Orchard. It's just training rain. Look at this. And the rain just keeps forming too. It like look right here. It keeps forming right here. This is where the most significant rain. This area is experiencing significant rain. I feel like it's gonna end a little bit more over here, but it just keeps forming more and more rain. It just keeps like pluming out, like further towards these regions, and I mean, it's kind of just crazy to me. Just got the flash flood warning alert. Wow. Yeah. Let's see what if they've changed it at all. It's a 3-6. Alright, yeah, I'm looking at this flash flood warning. It's big time. 3-6 inches to 2 to... The rainfall rate's 2 to 3 inches in 1 hour. This is very heavy rainfall. And I'm just saying, wow. The amount of rain this thing is making is big time. Oof. I don't know. Stop begging me. You're not gonna get it if you begging me for the mod. That's the thing. I'm not gonna give you mod if you beg for it. You just earn mod at a random time. Don't just beg for the mod. But yeah, wow, guys, a lot of rain. We're seeing, this was a big time plume right here. We're seeing a new plume. It's like a plume of dust. It's like a dust plume. Emily's all the way in Georgia, wow. Alright. But, new plume of rain. Heading straight for Oak and Foley and Gulf Shores and Bon Secour. New, seeing a little small break in the rain, a little bit lighter, but new area, new plume coming. It's not ended, guys. New plume. Still got our big time rain. Alright, guys, so since there's no tornado warnings anymore, and this is just a flash flooding threat, we're going to AFK here for this flash flooding risk, and we're just going to say, we're just going to be AFK here for this, alright, if that's fine. And it's just going to show the big time rain moving through Alabama. And then the special weather statements. Yeah, new special weather statement for Mobile and Pritchard, Alabama, and Tillman's Corner, Alabama, for just tons of storms. And they're, yeah, it's their big time flooding. So we're just going to have out this flooding risk. Flash flood warning. It's just going to show the green flash flood warning and stuff. Alright, so we're going to, I'm going to go AFK here for a bit. And it's just going to show the radar, so you guys are staying safe, and it's going to show the flash flood warning stuff. And then the radar. And we're going to have on the weather radio that will tell you info. Not mean to do that, my bad. Alright, turn on the weather radio now.
Central Daylight Time. At 12:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time, strong thunderstorms capable of producing waterspouts were located along a line extending from near Gator Island to near Weeks Bay, moving east at 10 knots. Hazard, waterspouts and wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source, radar. Impact, waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include Gator Island, Weeks Bay, Dog River Bridge, Middle Bay Light and Farewell Pier. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. Thunderstorms can produce sudden waterspouts. Waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Seek safe harbor immediately. Frequent lightning is occurring with these storms. If caught on the open water, stay below deck if possible. Keep away from ungrounded metal objects. Repeating, a special marine warning has been issued until 1:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following marine locations: North Mobile Bay and South Mobile Bay. The National Weather Service in Mobile has issued a special marine warning for coastal waters from Pensacola, Florida to Pascagoula, Mississippi out 20 nautical miles until 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 1:17 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing waterspouts was located near Gulf Shores Beach, moving southeast at 15 knots. Hazard, waterspouts and wind gusts in excess of 50 knots. Source, radar. Impact, waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Boats could suffer significant structural damage in high winds. Small craft could capsize in suddenly higher waves. The severe thunderstorm will remain over mainly open waters. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. Thunderstorms can produce sudden waterspouts. Waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Seek safe harbor immediately. Repeating, a special marine warning has been issued until 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following marine locations: coastal waters from Pensacola, Florida to Pascagoula, Mississippi out 20 nautical miles. This is a special weather statement for the following areas: in Alabama, Baldwin Central, Baldwin Inland, Mobile Central and Mobile Inland. Strong thunderstorms will impact portions of central Mobile and west central Baldwin counties through 2:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 1:31 p.m. Central Daylight Time, National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated strong thunderstorms along a line extending from 5 miles southeast of Movico to near Sems to 5 miles southeast of Big Point. Movement was east at 15 miles per hour. Hazard, winds in excess of 40 miles per hour. Source, radar indicated. Impact, gusty winds could knock down fill-ins and blow around unsecured objects. Locations impacted include Midtown Mobile, Downtown Mobile, Richard, Tillman's Corner, Saraland, Baymonette, Theodore, Chickasaw, Satsuma, Spanish Fort, Creola, Staunton, Stapleton, Axis, Sems, Tanner Williams, I-65 and I-165, Mobile Regional Airport, Interstate 65 and Alabama Highway 225 and Interstate 65 and Alabama Highway 158. If outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. The following weather reports were made at 1 p.m. Mobile Regional Airport, thunder was reported. The temperature was 78 degrees, the dew point was 72, and the relative humidity was 81%. The wind was east at 14 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.87 inches and falling. Downtown Mobile, at Brookley Field, a thunderstorm was reported. The temperature was 76 degrees, the dew point was 73, and the relative humidity was 91%. The wind was southeast at 13 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.87 inches and falling. Rainfall in the last hour was 0.23 inches. The following is a summary of watches, warnings, and advisories in effect. A special marine warning has been issued until 1:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following marine locations: North Mobile Bay and South Mobile Bay. A flash flood warning remains in effect until 3:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties in Alabama: Baldwin and Mobile. A special marine warning has been issued until 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following marine locations: coastal waters from Pensacola, Florida to Pascagoula, Mississippi, out 20 nautical miles. Flood watch has been extended until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following areas in Alabama: Baldwin Central, Baldwin Coastal, Baldwin Inland, Mobile Central, Mobile Coastal, and Mobile Inland. A rip current risk remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following areas in Alabama: Baldwin Coastal and Mobile Coastal. This is NOAA Weather Radio from the Mobile, Pensacola National Weather Service. The current time is 1:37 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The tornado warning for South Central Baldwin County is canceled. The storm which prompted the warning has moved out of the area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. However, gusty winds are still possible with this thunderstorm. The tornado warning for South Central Baldwin County is canceled. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. However, gusty winds are still possible with this thunderstorm. At 1:14 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 3 and 6 inches of rain have fallen. The expected rainfall rate is 2 to 3 inches in 1 hour. Additional rainfall amounts of 2 to 4 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard: life-threatening flash flooding. Thunderstorms producing flash flooding. Source: radar. Impact: life-threatening flash flooding of creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Tillman's Corner, Fairhope, Foley, Theodore, Graham Bay, Robertsdale, Bayou Longgator, Point Clear, Magnolia Springs, Bon Secour, Summerdale, Silver Hill, Alabama Port, Godalming, Bibles Wharf, Barnwell, Sunny Cove, Monday Lewis, Faustina's and Bailey's Corner. Turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be aware of your surroundings and do not drive on flooded roads. Repeating, a flash flood warning remains in effect until 3:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties in Alabama: Baldwin and Mobile. The National Weather Service in Mobile has issued a special marine warning for North Mobile Bay, South Mobile Bay, until 1:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 12:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time, strong thunderstorms capable of producing waterspouts were located along a line extending from near Dare Island to near Weeks Bay, moving east at 10 knots. Hazard: waterspouts and wind gusts 34 knots or greater. Source: radar. Impact: waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. Locations impacted include Dare Island, Weeks Bay, Dog River Bridge, Middle Bay Light, and Fairhope Pier. Move to safe harbor immediately as gusty winds and high waves are expected. Thunderstorms can produce sudden waterspouts. Waterspouts can easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Seek safe harbor immediately. Frequent lightning is occurring with these storms. If caught on the open water, stay below deck if possible. Keep away from ungrounded metal objects. Repeating, a special marine warning has been issued until 1:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following marine locations: North Mobile Bay and South Mobile Bay. What? Minor flooding is occurring and minor flooding is forecast. Where? Chickasahaya Lake. So. When? From this morning until further notice. Impacts: at 22.0 feet, flooding of lowlands continues and some roads in low-lying areas become cut off by high water. Additional details: at 9:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday, the stage was 20.4 feet. Recent activity: the maximum river stage in the 24 hours ending at 9:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday was 20.4 feet. Forecast. The river is expected to rise to 23.5 feet Saturday morning. Additional rises are possible thereafter. Flood stage is 20.0 feet. This is NOAA Weather Radio from the Mobile, Pensacola National Weather Service. The current time is 1:42 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The National Weather Service in Mobile has issued a special marine warning for North Mobile Bay, South Mobile. The National Weather Service in Mobile has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Mobile County and southwestern Alabama until 2:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 1:41 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 6 miles east of Big Point to 7 miles southeast of Theodore, moving east at 10 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Tillman's Corner, Theodore, Graham Bay, Bayou La Battery, Coda, and Alabama Port. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Large hail and damaging winds and continuous cloud-to-ground lightning is occurring with these storms. Move indoors immediately. Lightning is one of nature's leading killers. Remember, if you can hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning. Torrential rainfall is occurring with these storms, and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 2:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Mobile, Alabama. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station KEC 61 from Mobile, Alabama. We broadcast on a frequency of 162.55 megahertz from the Mobile, Pensacola National Weather Service. This is NOAA Weather Radio from the Mobile, Pensacola National Weather Service. The current time is 1:44 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 1:14 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 3 and 6 inches of rain have fallen. The expected rainfall rate is 2 to 3 inches in 1 hour. Additional rainfall amounts of 2 to 4 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard, life-threatening flash flooding. Thunderstorms producing flash flooding. Source, radar. Impact, life-threatening flash flooding of creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Tillman's Corner, Fairhope, Foley, Theodore, Graham Bay, Robertsdale, Bayou La Battery, Point Clear, Magnolia Springs.